Hello guys and welcome to another video of game developers tutorials. Today we are continuing our meteors game. So today we will be adding stars and hopefully asteroids. And we will be learning a lot of new stuff today, such as variables and effects and randomness. So yeah, okay. So first, to start off, we just want to create stars, because that is a lot easier than asteroids. So let's just make a new sprite. Let's just call this stars. And let's select the circle tool. And let's have no outline. Let's zoom in. And then when you drag, hold shift so it makes a perfect circle. Beautiful. Now let's go back to the code tab. And we are going to do something similar to the bullets. So, like the bullets, we can do when green flag clicked, this will hide, and it will forever create clone of myself. So the difference between the bullets and the stars is that the stars will is that the star sprite will clone itself, because that's just easier in so many ways. Okay, then we will do when I start as clone, it will show, it will go to the back layer so it will appear behind the player and everything else. And then it will go to 0, and then what the heck? 177 for the Y. Then, like the bullets, repeat until Y position is this time less than, because it's at the bottom of the screen, less than negative 177. What? Y position, I mean. Then, when it is below negative 177, it will just delete the clone. And until, and if it's not below that, then it will change speed by, let's say, -5. So now, when we play, it just does a line of those. And we don't want that. So we will introduce randomness. So we can do that if we go to operators and then pick random block. So we can just drag that into the X slot, and we can say go to X, pick random between 235 and positive 235. So now it will just create random stars, just like that. But to add more randomness, let's make the size random. So let's just say set size to pick random. Let's just do 35 and 70. So now when we press play, all the stars are random sizes. And now I'll introduce you to effects. So in the looks tab, there is a set color effect to as a 0. We don't want the color effect, we want the ghost effect. So the ghost effect will make things like transparent, and for our case, it will make them more gray because it's on a black background and they're white stars. So yeah, so we just want to set the effect between no ghost effect and 80% ghost effect. So now when we press play, it looks like this. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna set the random size to between 35 and 60, so the stars are smaller. You can adjust these values however much you want. It's all up to you. And now, to add even more randomness, this is the last bit of randomness, don't worry. And to introduce you to something called variables. So variables are kind of like containers. They just contain values that you can reference. So yeah, so to make a variable, we have to go to the variables tab, and at the beginning, it will just say, my variable, it will just say this. So to delete variables, you just right click on it and say delete. So now we want to make a whole new variable. So we click on make variable, let's just call it speed. And we can select for this sprite only, because we only want this variable to show up in this sprite. Okay, so right now, a variable is showing on the screen. We don't want that, so we can just uncheck this box. And now, we can just say, set speed to pick random between, let's say, 2 and 10. Then, in the change y by, since we don't want them to go up, right now, they will go up, because 2 and 10 are positive. So in order to make it negative, we can just say change y by speed multiplied by -1. Just like that. Now, when we press play, yeah, that's pretty cool, right? It definitely looks good. So yeah, that is for the stars. That only took 6 minutes. Okay, nice. Okay, so now for the asteroids. This is a bit more complicated, or meteors, whatever. They're asteroids, but whatever. Okay, so this is just going to be a placeholder once again. So let's just duplicate the stars. This time call it asteroids. It's placeholder. So we're not going to actually do like the real model here. So we can just zoom out here by pressing this minus button. And then we can just scale this up by a lot. Okay. Beautiful. So let's save that. Now we can say it'll forever create a clone of itself. But we don't want that. So we can just say wait, pick random between, I don't know, 4 and 7 seconds. So it will create a clone of itself between 4 and 8 seconds, or 4 and 7.99 seconds. That's close enough. Okay, so now when we play, we have these huge stars that show up randomly. And there's one. Okay. Let's also set the speed, because right now they're going way too fast. Max speed will be 2, and minimum speed will be 0.85. So you can just type those values into the pick random. The first one, where it says set speed to pick random. Here we go. And now they're a lot slower. And since we do not want them to be transparent, we can just remove the set ghost effect. So yeah, we also want them to appear in front of the stars. So excuse me. We can just say go backwards 25 layers. And that is because the stars are at the very back layer. So then the asteroids will appear above the stars. So let's try this out. Yep, right there. See how the stars are going behind it? Okay. Okay, beautiful. So now, we won't be able to see this. Let's not do that yet. Okay. So we have to change these values we have to unless we want the asteroids to get stuck on the side. So yeah. We want to say to pick random x between -217 and positive 217. And the y, let's just say 186. So it will appear like it's actually moving down the screen instead of just popping up out of nowhere. Let's also set the delete time to where it deletes to -189, so it appears like it's deleting or going past the screen instead of just disappearing. So now when we press play, it moves real slow. Then, boom. That's good enough. But they'll be concentrated on actually destroying the asteroids, so they won't really notice that. So yeah. I think that is it for this video. This was definitely shorter. But next video, we will be making the player and asteroid models. Yay! Okay, so bye guys. That was it for this video. And make sure, if you liked this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And when you subscribe, a little bell will appear beside it. Make sure to ring that bell so you can get content when I post it, so you can continue this series and have fun. Bye guys. See you in part 4. Bye.